What if some of the foods you eat every day are silently damaging your brain? Sugar, fast food, and artificial ingredients might taste great, but they could be shrinking your memory, hurting your mood, and even increasing your risk of Alzheimer's. This isn't just about your body, it's about your mind. In today's video, we'll reveal the 10 worst foods for your brain and how they quietly sabotage your focus clarity and long-term brain health. Let's protect your most valuable asset, your mind, starting today. Before we begin, make sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and click the notification bell so you never miss a brain-boosting tip. The brain controls everything, your thoughts, memory, emotions, and decisions, but it's also vulnerable. The food you eat directly affects how well it works. Some foods fuel your brain, others slowly poison it. The scary part: many of the worst offenders are common foods you probably eat regularly. Understanding what harms your brain is the first step to protecting it. So let's dive into the list and break down 10 brain-damaging foods you need to avoid, or at least limit, starting now. Before we dive into the full list, let's pause for a moment. You might think the worst foods for your brain are rare, exotic, or easy to spot. But the truth is more alarming. They're often the most common items in your kitchen. Some are marketed as healthy, others are simply habits passed down over years. That's why this list isn't just informative, it's eye-opening. You may discover that things you've eaten for years are slowly damaging your most precious asset, your mind. Let's begin. 1. Sugar. Sugar isn't just empty calories, it's a brain disruptor. Consuming too much sugar over time reduces the brain's ability to absorb nutrients and process information. It interferes with insulin signaling, which helps brain cells communicate. This can lead to poor memory, slower thinking, and even a higher risk of dementia. Have you ever felt brain fog after eating sweets? That's no coincidence. The more sugar you eat, the more your focus and memory suffer, especially as you age. What's more concerning, sugar may be linked to a condition some researchers call type 3 diabetes, a form of insulin resistance in the brain that's connected to Alzheimer's. When your brain can't use glucose efficiently, neurons begin to starve, leading to confusion, memory loss, and long-term decline. 2. Trans fats. Trans fats are artificial fats found in margarine, packaged snacks, and baked goods. They increase inflammation in the body and reduce blood flow to the brain. This leads to slower mental processing, weaker memory, and even more concerning brain shrinkage. Some studies show that long-term consumption of trans fats is linked to a higher risk of Alzheimer's disease. It's not just your heart that suffers, it's your brain too. Trans fats don't just clog your arteries, they restrict oxygen to the brain. Imagine your brain trying to function while being choked. That's how reduced blood flow impacts memory, concentration, and mood. Even tiny daily amounts over time cause damage that's hard to reverse. 3. High-sodium foods. Salt is essential in small amounts, but too much sodium is harmful. Excess salt stiffens blood vessels, reducing oxygen flow to the brain. It also triggers oxidative stress, which accelerates cognitive decline. Long-term high-sodium diets have been linked to poor focus, reduced learning ability, and even addiction-like cravings. Beware of hidden sodium in canned soups, instant noodles, and frozen meals. 4. Fast food. Fast food is loaded with unhealthy fats, sugar, and sodium, all of which harm your brain. It disrupts dopamine levels, affecting mood and motivation. People who frequently eat fast food often report brain fog, low energy, and difficulty focusing. Over time, these effects compound and may increase your risk of anxiety, depression, and cognitive decline. Convenient, yes, but at what cost? 5. Foods with pesticide residue. Pesticides used in farming can leave residue on fruits and vegetables. These chemicals are neurotoxic. They damage neurons and may contribute to diseases like Parkinson's. Even low exposure over time can accumulate in the brain. Washing produce thoroughly and choosing organic when possible helps reduce your risk. A healthy apple shouldn't come with invisible brain damage. 6. Tuna high in mercury. Tuna, especially large species like albacore or bluefin, can contain high levels of mercury due to ocean pollution. Mercury is a neurotoxin. It crosses the blood-brain barrier and disrupts brain signaling. Symptoms of mercury buildup include memory loss, mood swings, and poor coordination. While tuna offers omega-3s, the toxic load may outweigh the benefits if consumed too often. Limit intake and opt for smaller fish like sardines or salmon. 7. Microwave popcorn. Microwave popcorn often contains artificial butter flavoring made with diacetyl. This chemical has been shown to damage the brain by promoting beta-amyloid buildup, a protein associated with Alzheimer's disease. It can also cross the blood-brain barrier and trigger inflammation. The worst part, it's rarely listed clearly on labels. Look out for natural flavors or artificial butter and choose air-popped popcorn instead. 8. Processed foods. Highly processed foods like instant noodles, packaged snacks, and frozen meals are full of preservatives, artificial dyes, and flavor enhancers like MSG. These substances overstimulate certain brain receptors and interfere with neurotransmitters. Over time, this disrupts learning, mood balance, and cognitive development, especially in children. Eating these daily can speed up mental fatigue and emotional instability. 9. Soy in excess. Soy contains compounds called phytoestrogens that mimic the hormone estrogen. In moderate amounts, soy is fine, but high intake, especially from processed soy products, may negatively impact brain function. Some studies link excess soy to memory loss and higher dementia risk, especially in older adults. Stick to fermented soy forms like tempeh or miso for better brain benefits. 10. Artificial sweeteners. Trying to avoid sugar. Be careful with artificial sweeteners. Aspartame sucralose and others can interfere with brain signaling and may cause headaches, anxiety, and impaired memory when used long-term. They may alter gut-brain communication and trigger mood imbalances. Natural options like stevia or small amounts of honey are safer choices when used responsibly. Now that you know which foods silently sabotage your brain, you might be wondering, what should I eat instead? We'll cover brain-boosting foods in another video, but first let's quickly recap what you've learned today and why it matters more than ever. To protect your brain, avoid or limit these 10 sugar trans fats. Salty foods, fast food, pesticide-laced produce, tuna high in mercury, microwave popcorn, processed foods, excess soy, and artificial sweeteners. These aren't rare ingredients. They're in your kitchen, on your table, and in your habits. But with awareness comes power. Every small change you make in your diet is a step towards sharper memory, clearer thinking, and a healthier brain for life. Your brain is your most powerful possession. It holds every memory you've ever made, every dream you've imagined, every word you've spoken, and every emotion you've ever felt. It shapes your personality, your decisions, your creativity, and your ability to love and connect with others. In short, it is you. And yet most of us protect our phones more than we protect our brains. We install antivirus software, buy protective cases, avoid drops, and upgrade every year. But the brain, we feed it toxic food, deny it rest, and expect it to function flawlessly until it starts to fail. What you eat becomes the raw material for your brain to think, feel, and remember. Every bite sends a message either to build your brain or break it down. So if you want to stay sharp, emotionally balanced, and mentally strong into your 50s, 60s, and beyond, it's time to eat like your brain depends on it, because it does. The good news: you don't have to be perfect, you just have to be conscious. Small changes like cutting back on sugar, reading labels, or cooking at home can make a massive difference over time. Imagine a future where you can remember names, learn new things, express yourself clearly, and stay mentally independent no matter your age. That future is built in the choices you make today. Your brain is not a machine, it's a living miracle. Feed it wisely, move it regularly, respect it daily, and it will serve you well for the rest of your life. Thank you for joining us today. If you made it this far, your brain is already thanking you. Now we'd love to hear from you. Which food on this list surprised you the most? And what's one small change you're ready to make starting today? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your journey might just inspire someone else to begin theirs. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and click the notification bell so you never miss another tip to boost your brain. Your support helps us continue creating content that informs, empowers, and transforms lives. Stay sharp, stay kind, and we'll see you in the next video.